Not very often you get to open up a new facility. I'm sure even though the girls were on the road on Thursday at Princeton, they've got to be excited about opening up the new gym.
Yeah, the girls are really excited. I mean, they've been in here for 2 weeks, so they're kind of used to it a little bit by now. But there are a lot of bells and whistles that this place has that people are going to get to experience tonight that they're going to really enjoy. And, you know, I guess the coach, though, is her main bells and whistles. She wants to win tonight.
Well, I know you know the coach very well, and you share the same household as Liz Milligan. And, Joe, they went to Princeton the other night, and they've had to battle some injuries, and I'm sure they weren't happy with their play, but it's great in sports to, after that first game or match, get back in the gym. You know where you need to go from there, and I'm sure they've got some good work in the last couple of days.
Yeah, you know, she wasn't too upset after that game. You know, she would have liked to have won it, but she also realizes, you know, other than Elizabeth Albrand and Tori Summersheim and Mariah Moeller, I don't know if anybody really played that much last year. She's dealing with a lot of new people. It was their first game. You know, it was Princeton, and I know people, you know, say, oh, it was Princeton. Princeton's got a better team than they usually have. They've got a coach there that played college volleyball, and, you know, you can just tell it's not the unorthodox type of sloppy volleyball anymore. It's bump, set, spike with them, and you know, they've got a nice team.
When you look at this matchup with Heritage Hills, Annie Gunselman, a longtime coach of the Patriots, they are very young as well. They lost a lot of players from last season. They come in after losing 3 in the Memorial Invitational. Joe, what do you expect out of the Wildcats tonight? What are they going to try to get done here?
Well, you know, she basically, in practice, they've passed and they've served and passed. That was an Achilles heel the other day, and that's what they've worked a lot on. You know, if you can't get that pass up to the setter, you can't run your offense, and that's what they really focused on. She went back to basic volleyball.
And that should serve the Wildcats very well tonight. During the course of this action, we'll pan around the gym, let you in on some of the features of this gym. Should be a great night for not only volleyball, but Jasper athletics. Joe and I will have the first serve of the Patriots and the Wildcats coming up next here on WJTS 18 Sports.
Caring people make the difference. You can feel it the minute you walk into the Timbers of Jasper and meet our knowledgeable staff. Experts at senior health care, not just doing a job, but following a calling. We're here to help you and your family find answers, solutions, and peace of mind. In fact, we proudly become an extension of your family. I'm Susan Meadows, Executive Director, and we're the Timbers of Jasper, where caring people make the difference.
This is Tony Ublar with Ublar Chevy Cadillac in Jasper. Have you ever heard a car ad that looks too good to be true or has fast-talking fine print?
Buy before midnight tonight. Maybe okay, maybe not. You probably aren't eligible for this event. Ublar's prices are better, but you can't know that.
You want to hear Ublar's fine print? That's right, silence. Our prices will save you money. Huge inventory, even bigger discounts. Ublar & Son Chevy Cadillac in Jasper, where customers send their friends since 1929.
Just as the Phoenix rises from the ashes, the new Jasper Gym will strengthen our Wildcats to climb to new heights. Congratulations to Mac Company, a proud sponsor of JHS Athletics.
As a farmer, you want to do business with people you can trust. People like Wabash Valley Produce and DuBois. To get a competitive price for your corn, call Wabash Valley at 678-2891.
Welcome back to JHS Gymnasium as we get ready to start this volleyball match. The Heritage Hills Patriots and the Jasper Wildcats. The light's still off. They dropped the flag from the scoreboard. It's got a spotlight on it here at JHS Gym. And if you haven't been out here, you need to check this gymnasium out. The Wildcats will be to our near side, off to your right if you're watching from the bench side. They'll wear the light gold uniforms trimmed in black shorts and black numerals. The Patriots in their navy blue with white numerals. The Wildcats again occupy the bench to the right. The Patriots in the first game of this match will be off to the left. Liz Milligan in her first year at the helm. The Wildcats, Annie Gunselman, will pilot the Patriots with a very young team. So I'm sure the girls, Joe, on both sides are fired up about this one. How could you not be?
Yeah, and if you look down at the coach, their coach gets a little fired up as well. She likes to get after it. I know she'd probably hurt herself if she got out there, but, you know, I know she'd love to do it. But and she loves volleyball, and, you know, with Ryan playing, you know, for her until last year, you know, volleyball's always been a part of our lives, and when she decided to do this, we were all for it.
No doubt about it. Volleyball in your family has been a staple for a long, long time. The Wildcats break their huddle first, followed by the Patriots across the way to get this one started. Not familiar with volleyball, you play to 25, the best 3 out of 5. And every point, if you will, is a point. Officials start to get ready. The Wildcats take their places out on the court here at JHS Gym. A lot of fans behind the bench side. The Wildcat students are on the far side near the Patriot bench here.
Yeah, really good student section tonight. You know, Jasper's always known for their support of their athletics, and tonight's no different.
April Kippenbrock will serve. She's at the center of the serving line straight away. Wildcat front row gets ready, so does the back row. A couple of pounds of the ball to the floor by Kippenbrock. She fires it. Wildcats return the serve. They set the ball up the middle for Stout. She pounds it over the net. Patriots recover. Now a spike by Heritage Hills, and they get the first point of the game as Madison Fella, someone we'll call a lot tonight, got the spike, and the Wildcats couldn't dig it out.
Yeah, I'm sure she's going to need ice for her arm as well. So she's going to get her name called a lot tonight.
1-0 Patriots. Kippenbrock with the serve. The Wildcats receive it in the back row. They set the ball up inside to Summersheim. She dinks it over the line. The ball was out along that back line. 2-0 Patriots.
Yeah, sometimes on a ball like that, you know, you just got to bump it over and just play for the next point. It wasn't a setup enough for her to hit, and she just needs to get it over and let's live another day.
Allbrand, Summersheim, and Leidenbach in the front row by the Wildcats. They set the point up for Allbrand, and she pounds it home for the Wildcats. One of the outside hitters on the left side of that net makes it a 2-1 game. Nice play by Allbrand. The Wildcats will serve for the first time tonight in Taya Leidenbach, the 5'7" sophomore. Serves the ball right in the middle of the floor. Heritage Hills sets the offense up, and they get the spike attempt, and it's right into the net by Michaela Berger, and the Wildcats have tied this ball game up at 2.
Yeah, nice aggressive serve, and you know that's what you got to do in volleyball. You've got to keep them out of their offense, and if you serve tough to them, you do just that.
Leidenbach to serve once again for the Cats. They've reeled off 2 straight points, and they pick up a third point as the ball was not handled in the back row by the Patriots as they try to return that serve. Leidenbach hot on the service, and it's 3-2 Wildcats here in game 1. Taya gets ready to rifle off another serve, and she works the right side of the court. Libero Air pulls it out of there. Air taps it over the net. Wildcats set their offense up for Allbrand. She gets spike number 2, or kill number 2, if you will, working that left side of the Wildcat net on a cross-court pound.
And you know, Tori Summersheim dug that up an inch away from the ball, from the floor, and you know this is her first year playing back row, and she's done a nice job doing it.
4-2 Cats right off the bat. Leidenbach, 4 straight service points, make it 5 on the ace. A little miscommunication by the Patriots. Joe, that landed right smack dab in the center of the floor.
Yeah, one thing that Coach Milligan always yells about is communication, and that's just not communicating. Someone's got to talk.
5-2 Cats. Leidenbach. Another serve, this one into the back row by the Patriots. The libero hits it to Air. She gets it over the net. Cats return. They set Allbrand up once again. Elizabeth's shot dug out by the Patriots. Air with a spike of her own. Nice play by the Wildcats. Summersheim in the back row. Up front to Stout. She hits it into the net, and the Patriots regain the serve and regain a point. The Cats still lead 5-2. Patriots will serve for the second time tonight. C.J. Nance will serve it away for the Patriots with a big jump serve, and she hits it right into the net. The Cats lead 6-3.
Yeah, those are the points that kill you. You know, the other night against Princeton in game 2, Jasper missed 9 serves and got beat by 6. So, you know, math tells you.
Reagan Hockmeister into the game for the Cats. Wildcats serve once again. Patriots set up their offense on their left side of the court. A big spike by Fella, and she gets the Patriots on the board once again. Patriots will substitute here. They'll also have a server in Mariah Liebring to serve it away. Wildcats have it with Moeller into the backcourt up front to Stout. Her spike blocked by the Patriots.
Yeah, nice block there by Heritage Hills. Nobody covered and fell for their point.
6-5 Jasper. Once again, Liebring with the serve. Summersheim digs it out in the back. Allbrand right side of the floor. Her next spike attempt is wide into the Patriot bench.
No, that was down.
Okay, did it get down?
Yep.
We are off in a corner here, and
yes, we are.
I'm practically blind. So, Joe, thank you very much. It's 7-5 Wildcats. You're used to seeing that ball hit the floor very hard, so that's good.
I just looked at the referee. I didn't see it.
Elizabeth Allbrand to serve. Patriots set the ball up to Fella once again. She goes with the spike, and
Jasper was in the net. They had a lot of problems with that the other night. You know, you're in the net, it's a point for the other team. And
you say into the net for people that are just watching or listening.
Yeah, if you touch the net as a blocker, you're in the net, and the other team gets the point. And we had quite a few of those against Princeton.
Fella now in the back row. She'll serve. Wildcats try to return that serve. They get the ball into the middle. Hockmeister pounds it down. The Patriots could not handle it in the back row, and the Wildcats lead 8-6.
It's good to see Reagan out there. She had the flu early this morning, came back to school so she could play tonight, and it's nice to have her on the court.
Wildcats serve again. Rachel Sternberg on the right side of the service line. She hits the ball. Patriots having trouble returning this serve. It goes near the Patriot bench on the second hit. The Wildcats pick up another point.
Rachel's she's a very strong server, and tonight what I've seen so far is Jasper's being aggressive with their serve, and not quite what happened last Thursday, but as of right this point now, they're doing a great job.
Sternberg, the 5'9" junior, with the Wildcats up 9-6 here in game one, serves this one into the net. Patriots will get the volleyball back on serve as Abby Pierce, the 5'4" senior, will check into the ball game. Sternberg will go out. Patriots also will work the substitution. C.J. Nance back in. She'll play along that front row. Mackenzie Ayer, the libero, will serve for the Patriots. Pierce digs it out, pops it up in the air. Wildcats save it along the sideline. They hit it back over on the third hit. Patriots set up the front row again for Kippenbrock. She had her shot blocked into the net. Wildcats recover, keep the ball alive. Dinked over by the Wildcats on the third hit, wide, and the Patriots trail now 9-8.
Nice hustle by the Wildcats there, and you just got to put that ball to the back court, make sure it stays on.
So once again, Ayer to serve, 9-8 Wildcats here in game one. Serve dug out in the back row. They set Summersheim up. She slightly hits it over the net. Patriots set up their offense on the third hit. Dinked by Nance. Back onto the Wildcat side of the court. They set Summersheim up. Good with the spike. Tori Summersheim found the cross court into the open space, and the Wildcats lead 10-8, and they'll serve with Michaela Flemian. 10-8 Wildcats. Flemian gets ready to work. Jump serve for her. And it is long. And it's 10-9 Cats.
Those are the points you just got to keep on the court. I know you're serving aggressive, trying to do it, but you just got to find a way to keep them on the court.
Ashley Mosby to serve for the Patriots. Wildcats bump it with Pierce in the back row. They set Summersheim along the right side. Spike is good. Good work. Again, you talked about it before the match, that return to serve. I would think that is the most important thing, obviously, when you're playing against the serve of the other team, obviously.
Yeah, if you don't get it up to the setter, she has to run. If she can just stand where she's at, you're already halfway there.
Tori Summersheim serve dug out by Ayer in the back row. They go up to Kippenbrock. She barely gets it over the net. Wildcats set Allbrand on the left side. Her shot is good as the Patriots try to block it. It's 12-9 Wildcats. Back in for the Patriots. They continue to substitute. Well, quick serve by Summersheim. Patriots get it over, but Allbrand blocks, Stout blocks it at the net. Patriots go wide on their next shot attempt, and it's 13-9 Wildcats. Summersheim on a bit of a run here with the Cats up by 4. Tori in the middle of the floor serves it.
Nice
Patriots
serve.
Cannot handle that one. Again, she found an open space in the net, or over the net right in front of the front row. Annie Gunselman wants a timeout. We'll take one as well. 14-9 Cats. We'll take a break. We'll come back with more after this.
You're watching 18 WJTS Jasper.
We play your choice for country. 101 Country, WBDC.
All I know is I don't want this night to
Your choice for country.
I just wanna be the only girl.
you love all your life.
It's kind of our thing. 100.9 WBDC.
Just as the Phoenix rises from the ashes, the new Jasper Gym will strengthen our Wildcats to climb to new heights. Congratulations to McMurnall Company, a proud sponsor of JHS Athletics.
After the timeout, the Wildcats quickly get out on the court. They're on a bit of a run. Liz didn't have much to say. Once they have things going, I guess, get back out there and play. Heritage Hills, though, took a little bit more time during the timeout because they're the ones that called it.
Yeah, you're usually, if you call the timeout, there's a reason why, and if things are going right, you just want to get back out there, and you really got to concentrate on this serve because this is the serve so many times that is missed right after a timeout.
Summersheim to serve. It's a good serve. Patriots have trouble in the net. They have to get it over on the third shot. Wildcats set the ball up. Once again, Allbrand. Spike dug out by the Patriots. They keep it alive. Third hit by Ayer, and it's out of bounds. And the Wildcats retain the serve and lead 15-9. Cats up by 6. Summersheim fires over net. Another good serve. Patriots set Nance up. She dinks it over the net. Airborne for the Wildcats. Allbrand again. Good spike. Patriots keep it alive. Once again, they set Stout in the middle. Her shot is wide, and the Patriots will get the serve back, and it's 15-10. Serving for the Patriots is Mosby. Pierce in the back row gets it ahead to Stout, up in front to Allbrand. Her shot dug out by the Patriots. Once again, a big spike attempt by Fella, and she converts, and it's 15-11.
Yeah, when she gets in the front row, that's when things get going for Heritage Hills. That's why you got to make some hay when she's back in the back row.
April Kippenbrock to serve for Heritage Hills. Right down the middle. Libero digs it out for the Wildcats, up to Allbrand. Her spike attempt is good. Patriots can't handle it. And Fella had that ball rifled right at her by Elizabeth, and she had no answer for it.
I mean, you can see right now, Allbrand and Summersheim have really been a great tandem on the left side and really scored a lot of points for them.
Once again, the Wildcats serving. Taya Leidenbach will serve. Patriots set Kippenbrock. She hits it over. Wildcats, right side, Allbrand taps it over. Cats keep it alive after the Patriots return. Summersheim into the back row for the Patriots. Third hit by the Patriots is good. Cats dig it out. Free ball. Allbrand gets it over. Set up by Ayer. Now Fella tries to find an open spot on the floor, but the Wildcats have an answer. The Summersheim, a mid-spike line spike, nearly pulled it off.
Yeah, great hustle. Great hustle by both sides of the net there.
She was away from the net a bit, but she's got the ability to, again, swing that arm even from that distance away from the net, but just came up short. C.J. Nance to serve for Heritage Hills. Cats lead 16-12 here in game one. Nance, a big jump serve again. Moeller with the set, or the return off the Stout up front. Cats keep it alive after the Patriots return the ball. Now the Wildcats get the point.
Yeah, Jasper doing a lot better job tonight picking up the tips. That really hurt them against Princeton, and they worked on it this week, and so far, I could think that Coach Milligan's got to be pretty happy with it.
Emma Stout, the 5'11 junior, to serve. Gets it over net. Dug out by the Patriots. They set Fella once again. Her spike nicely gotten by Summersheim in the back row. Free ball. Wildcats try to get it over, but the Patriots were right there for the block. Again, that's Fella. She is their main player along that front line, and she had an answer along the net. Patriots to serve. Liebring once again. 17-13 Cats. Liebring. Line drive serve. Summersheim got a piece of it, and Moeller Flamion tried to dive after the miss hit by Summersheim and couldn't dig it out, and the Cats once again will receive a Heritage Hill serve, up 17-14. Serve. Cats get it over on the first hit. Patriots set Fella up once again. Her spike is good. Again, found the middle of the floor. where nobody was there initially, but that's where you got to talk and somebody's got to chase it, I guess.
That's when the back row players got to read where the girl's going to hit, and they've got to move, and they're not moving. They did not move their feet on that one. They need to move to where the ball is going to be hit.
Here's a serve by Libring. Wildcats set Hockmeister up, her pound. Returned by the Patriots. Fella again. Cats on a third hit get it over and find the open spot on the floor. Patriots could not get it.
That's what we call a bump kill. You, as a coach, you just get frustrated when you see a ball land like that off of a bump.
Elizabeth Allbrand to serve. Cats lead 18-15. Nice dig by the Patriots. They get it over net. The Wildcats set Summersheim on the left side of the net. Had her spike blocked. Cats keep it alive. Summersheim taps it over with both hands. Patriots once again a back set for Libring. Nice play by Flamian. Cats sent the middle hitter Hockmeister up. Patriots do a nice job of keeping it alive. Here's Fella again. Wildcats tip it at the net, and it's a good spike by the Patriots. Just got a piece of it, but it's a Patriot point. Fella's just been very active.
Yes, she has.
Find her.
It's always nice to see her move to the back row.
And that's what she's doing right now. She's serving. Jasper leads by 2, 18-16. Bump for the Cats. They set up Summersheim again. She hits it over the net, and it's good. Found this open spot on the floor. 3 Patriots kind of half-heartedly dove after it, and it's 19-16 Cats.
Yeah. It's good to have someone like Tori. She was, the set was close to the net. She was able to get up there and tip it to the open spot.
Sternberg serves for the Wildcats. Nice tip by Summersheim, but she was.
That's the setter. The setter's in the back row, and she's allowed to jump. But if the ball goes over the net and she touches it, that's a back row attack, and she's not allowed to jump higher than the net.
Nanny Gunselman talking to Brad Bain about it right now. Once again, a serve by Rachel Sternberg.
I've seen that call a million times, though. That's the right call. So I'm not sure what the delay is right now, because I've seen it in high school, I've seen it in grade school, I've seen it in college. It's the call. She's over the ball. There's a spot there where it's anyone's ball,
right?
And that's where that ball was. And the setter, at that point, all she's got to do is she's wanting to try to jump and hit the ball back towards her side. Then she's legal, but if they both touch it, then it's a back row attack.
Rachel Sternberg to serve. Patriots bump it. They set with a back set up front to Libring. Hits it over. Wildcats dig it out with 2 players in the back row. Third hit by the Wildcats is successful. Mosby gets it over. Cat set Summersheim. She tips it with both hands into the back row. Air with the bump, the set, and the long spike attempt by Fella is wide right on the Wildcats side of the floor, and the Wildcats get the point, 21-16. Timeout on the floor. We'll take one with them. 21-16 Cats here in game 1. We'll have more high school volleyball after this.
Injury, stroke, or surgery doesn't have to be debilitating. At the Timbers of Jasper, we offer hope in the form of moving forward rehabilitation. With a full range of physical, occupational, and speech therapy programs, the goal of moving forward is to help people return home safely with the skills they need to live life on their own terms. Our therapists are trained and committed to your success. I'm Nikki Moore, Rehabilitation Manager, and we're the Timbers of Jasper, where caring people make the difference.
Just Whimsy on the Square in Jasper, your unique ladies' boutique. Open Monday through Saturday.
TV 18, local people watching local people. WJTS CD, Jasper, Indiana.
Jim Cats lead by 5, 21-16 here in the opening game. You go to 25. Cats on a little bit of a run here and trying to pull away here in game 1.
Yeah, they've done a nice job picking up the tips. They've got 4 aces compared to just 2 missed serves. That's always great. Elizabeth Allbrand right now leading them with 5 kills. Tori's got 3, and Reagan Hockmeister has 2.
Rachel Sternberg, 5'9", junior to serve for the Wildcats. Gets into the back row, hit by Wire. Once again, they set up Kippenbrock. She gets it over the net. Wildcats return the ball on 1 hit. Ball into the net, and the Patriots have a little miscommunication at the net, and the Wildcats will once again get a point.
Yeah, Rachel, one of our stronger servers, back now to serve.
22-16, Cats 3 points away from winning game 1. Sternberg again, a nice serve. Fellow in the back row. Gets it up front to Kippenbrock. Had her shot blocked at the net. The Wildcats scramble and recover. Flamian overhands it back over. Up front, Kippenbrock once again. Long. Kippenbrock, one of their back row players up front that time, and was long on the spike attempt. And again, Sternberg back there serving has been hot. Cats up 23-16. As I say that, she hits it into the net, but she had a great run as Abby Pierce will check back into the lineup for Liz Milligan's team. Sternberg will take a seat.
You know, when you're serving aggressive as they are, you're going to miss some serves. So as long as you're serving aggressive and keeping them off base, you're fine with a couple missed serves.
Mackenzie Ayer to serve for the Patriots. Right down the middle. Wildcats try to keep it alive. Pierce underhands it over. Up front, Kippenbrock. Returned by the Wildcats. They set up Sermersheim, had her shot blocked away at the net. And the Patriots pick up a point. It's 23-17.
No, they're saying
Okay.
They're saying that they didn't touch it.
All right. 23-18. Ayer to serve again. Pierce with the bump. They set Sermersheim up. She one-hands it over. Patriots now on the offensive attack. Into the middle of the floor, and a spike by the Patriots. That time, April Kippenbrock able to get it down. It's 23-19.
As good as they played, that play right there, just kind of, especially on the TV, you'll be able to see they got to move their feet, and there shouldn't be a hole that wide open.
Mackenzie Ayer to serve for the Patriots. Cats have in the back row Mariah Moeller. They get it ahead to Sermersheim. She hits it in the back row. Patriots try to return. Up front to Kippenbrock. Her spike attempt played by the Wildcats. Sermersheim again. Hit over the net. Patriots block it. You're getting the ball to Tori in a pretty good spot, but the Patriots in the last couple able to get those blocks.
Yeah, they
just
did
keep
a nice
on going,
job.
I would imagine, to Tori or Elizabeth up front. 23-20. Ayer on a little bit of a run for the Patriots on the service line. Wildcats with Sermersheim, hits it over on the third hit. Libero Ayer sets up Fella. Moeller in the back row. Up front, Hockmeister spike attempt, blocked again by the Patriots. 23-21, it was 23-16. And Liz Milligan wants a timeout. 23-21 Cats. We'll take a timeout here. High school volleyball on WBDC and WJTS 18 coming back after this.
American Dream Montel Realty. Live the dream. Located on Main Street in Jasper.
If you've been dreaming about a quality new home, Kirstein's Homes and Designs can make your dreams come true. Quality. It's all about building your dream.
It's Papa John's Football Special, large one-topping pizza for only $7.99. Call 482-1166.
Choose better. Better ingredients, better pizza. Papa John's.
Well, Kurt Guxell, Joe Milligan back to JHS. Liz got the timeout. What did she talk about in your estimation there, Joe?
Move your feet. I'd say that was a big part of it. They've played a good game to this point. They've got to go back to what they were doing earlier in the game. And but the intensity level's been a lot better tonight than it was against Princeton. I will say that.
Match number 2 for the Wildcats. Ayer serves. Pierce up front. Sermersheim again had her shot blocked. It's 23-22.
They're doing a good job blocking right now. I mean, Jasper's getting the passes, and they're doing a good job passing or blocking, and we're not picking up the blocks.
Here comes Ayer for the Patriots. Their libero. Cats return that serve. Once again, they set Sermersheim on the left side. A nice spike by Tori. It almost looked like Tori looked to the middle, and that's where their blockers were going, and she angled it off to the other side of the court.
Yeah, I saw during the timeout, Katie Kremp was talking to her, and Katie's like an assistant. She's an assistant coach on the bench, and I figured she was telling her something that might be open.
Flamian serving with the Wildcats at game point, 24-22. Patriots get it over. Cats once again. They set Summersheim. She hits it to the back row. Fella gets it out of there. Up front to Kippenbrock. Cats keep it alive with Pierce. Now to Flamion. Cats get it over. Patriots now set up shop offensively, down 2. Find the middle of the floor. Cats dig it out. Some play at the net. Where the Wildcats into the net.
Net on up. It's going to be a tie. They said both 2 people are in the net. Down ref called Heritage Hills. The up ref called Jasper. So
what happens in that?
They'll just play it all over.
Michaela Flamion once again to serve. She's a sophomore. Cats at game point here. Would love to have the ace. Here's the serve. Patriots' 3rd hit. Cats set up front. Summersheim again.
There you go.
Good. Cats win game 1, 25-22. Good start for the Cats in a game 1 of runs, Joe.
Yes, it was. They blocked Tori a couple times there, but they have confidence in Tori Summersheim. She's a leader on the team. They kept going to her in 2 straight kills.
All right, the Cats win game 1. They'll switch benches and switch sides of the court. 25-22 in game 1. We'll take a break and we'll come back to JHS after this.
Pedigree, large or small, we groom them all. Located on 6th Street in Jasper.
Constant Cravings Bakery, now open at Brettsville Junction Monday through Friday 5 to 2 and Saturdays from 7 till noon.
DuBois County Farm Bureau Incorporated, working to serve you better. Visit your county office in Jasper and become a member today.
Kurt Gooksell, Joe Milligan back to JHS Gym. Jasper wins this first game 25-22 over the Patriots. So off to a good start here in game number 1. You played the best of 5, going by 25, and Wildcats able to secure game 1.
Yeah, the thing I also noticed, and I've always been proud of this of Jasper. You look over at the student section. Actually, right now you've got Coach Milligan over there for some reason inciting the crowd. But you've got Spencer Otto. You've got football players. You've got the Sings and the tennis team. You've got you've got so many different people here from different sports that are supporting the team. And the thing about Jasper is they all support each other, and that's what's great. And I have family over in Heritage Hills, and I know Heritage Hills, community is the same way. It's a great community as well.
Well, it's great to get people in here for this opening night, and a lot of people may want to look at the gym, but you got to like the volleyball as well. Maybe get more people back and create a nice atmosphere. I think this gym lends itself to. You got that nice lower bowl.
Yeah, I mean it's a big gym, but it has a small gym feel to it. And we might have to get Coach Milligan a cheerleading dress to wear to the game, so when she goes over to the crowd,
she might be checking on your oldest son.
Yeah, that might be true. He's I see him sitting there too. So
big touchdown in the JV game.
Yes, he did.
Night.
Yes, he did.
Congratulations. Cats and Raiders coming up Friday night here on WBDC. That'll be at Donnybrook, and that should be a lot of fun.
Yes, it's going to be a great game. It's going to be a great game. And
Taya Leidenbach will serve for the Wildcats here in game 2. Hits it into the back row. Patriots set it up front for Kippenbrock. Had her shot blocked by the Wildcats. Ball around the net. Patriots get it over on the 3rd hit. They set Summersheim in the middle of the serving line, and she pounds it down. It's 1-0.
That's why Tori's playing back there this year. She's been great at defense, but Liz wanted to stay aggressive with the hit. She wanted her to get as many swings as possible, and that's what they do with her.
1-0. Leidenbach once again to serve. Ball hit the net and bounced right over.
I hate the rule, but when it's for your side, you don't hate it quite as bad because you can't defend when it hits the net.
No, in tennis, the ball hits the net, They play it again.
Yeah.
2-0 Wildcats. Leidenbach, 2 straight service points. And this one is long. Patriots just let it go. C.J. Nance will serve for the Patriots, a junior middle hitter. 2-1. Jump serve for her. Cats in the back row. Get it. Summersheim hits it from that same line, hits the net, but goes over. Patriots up front to Fella. Her shot also hits net, gets it over. Cats on a scramble, keep it alive and get the point. And a hit by Emma Stout, kind of as a last resort, over her shoulder, and found an open spot on the floor.
Yeah, the bump kills, they don't bother you quite as bad when they're for your side.
Back into the front row is Hockmeister for the Wildcats, 3-1. Served by Stout. Patriots bump it. Now they set it. Once again, Fella, her shot taken care of up front by the Patriots, and the Patriots will get the serve down 3-2. Back in for Heritage Hills, Michaela Berger. She'll play along the front row. Serving will be Michaela Ayer. Cats dig it up front. They get the ball over on their third hit. Patriots, once again, Fella tried to bump it into the net and get it over, but not much strength with that one and got caught up in the net, and the Cats get the point back.
I was waiting for the whistle. It was a little late.
Yeah.
I was going to say, that wasn't blocked. No one jumped.
4-2, Allbrand to serve. Cats up by 2. Ayer, the libero, digs it out to Fella. Cross-court spike attempt could not be handled by Flamian on a cross-court, and it's Patriot point. Patriot serve once again. Back in for the Wildcats will be Mariah Moeller, a 5'4 senior. 4-3, Cats up by 1. Patriots serving. It's Fella there. Madison serve is over. Cats up front. Summersheim pounds it. Good. Patriots had no answer up front on that one.
Yeah,
got a piece of it, but deflected it sideways.
That's the key to if you get that perfect pass, Taya doesn't have to move, and she's got a perfect set over to Tori for a point.
Cats to serve. Sternberg in to serve. Her serve was long, and the Patriots will regain the serve. It's 5-4 Cats. Back in for the Wildcats, Abby Pierce. Ayer to serve. Also, C.J. Nance returns for Heritage Hills. Annie Gunselman doing some coaching along the Patriots sideline. Wildcats try to return this serve. They get it to Summersheim up front. Patriots try to return. Some miscommunication by Ayer and also April Kippenbrock, and the Wildcats get the point.
Yeah, that's what I said, communication, because, it was an easy ball to get to bump back over, but all of a sudden you're not sure who's taking it.
Cats to serve. Michaela Flamian. Jump serve into the back row. Ayer dug it out, and we've got a violation.
You got to be, this is something even though I've watched for years. Yes. You have to be in a certain spot, and we were out of rotation.
So the Patriots get the point at 6-5. Glad you could join us here on WBC.
Wait a minute here.
Okay.
They're doing a lineup check.
Okay.
You can ask for that. The Wildcats are a little confused right now on where they need to be.
Brad Bain, he does a lot of basketball and baseball officiating, handling things here this evening on the volleyball front. He's the floor official. They have a chair official as well across the way. Patriots to serve. Ashley Mosby. Serve is a good one. Wildcats bump it. They set it. Tipped up front by Summersheim, and she gets the Wildcat point. Nice recognition.
Not a perfect set, but get it up there, and Tori takes a look at the other side of the net, realizes there's no one over there, and just pushes it over there for a nice, easy point.
That's extremely athletic to keep your eye on what you're doing and still perform the athletic function.
Yeah.
As Summersheim serves, 7-5. Patriots try to return that serve. Flamian up front, Allbrand spike. Again, the whistle blows.
Net call on Heritage Hills.
Great for the Cats. 8-5. Cats once again will serve. It'll be Tori Summersheim back there. 5'10 senior. Gets it over. Fella gets the initial hit. They set it up front for Kippenbrock. Cross court. Flamian gets it up front to Stout. She gets it over for the Wildcats. A spike by Kippenbrock, dove for by the Wildcats, and they couldn't quite dig it out of there as Pierce tried to get it as she dove onto the floor. Patriots have the serve, 8-6 Cats. April Kippenbrock, a sophomore for the Patriots, serves, hits the net. Wildcats.
That's where you got to talk.
Pierce
If you're
couldn't
landing out of bounds, the ball's probably going to be out of bounds.
And it's a misdirect. You think the ball's coming over, then it hits the net. Wildcats get it up front. Stout spike. Patriots hit it in the net. Carry. Okay. Cannot carry the ball unless you play after a few cold ones on a beach somewhere.
Yeah.
That's a typical backyard play you can't do in real volleyball.
No.
Cats lead 9-7. Here we go with the serve. Leidenbach to serve. Here in game 2, Cats won the first one. Up front, Patriots dink it over the net. Cats keep it alive. Stout gets the point.
Good point there by Emma. Sometimes, on that second hit, they're not expecting it to come back over, but, it basically came up like a set, so you might as well put it back over there.
10-7. Once again, Taya Leidenbach, she's a sophomore. She'll serve. Cats up by 3. This one into the net. Patriots will get a point and a serve back. Jasper won the first game 25-22 here. Cats looking for their first win of the season. Patriots had 3 matches in one day. Nance to serve. Flamian, the first initial hit up front. Cats get it over. Patriots, outside hitter Fellow, pounds it in. Cats save it. On the Wildcat side of the floor, Flamian up front to Allbrand. Spike, good! Patriots try to dive toward their bench, and April Kippenbrock couldn't come up with it. Allbrand working that outside on the left side of the Wildcat side.
Well, what you're seeing tonight that you didn't see last Thursday is on that ball there, they would have probably just set the ball back over, but they're being aggressive tonight. Elizabeth took a great swing at it, and it landed for a point.
Emma Stout to serve for the Wildcats. 11-8 Jasper. Stout serve is over. Patriots bump it. They set it up front. Once again, here's Fella. Shot blocked by the Cats. They get a good piece of it. Now Allbrand again, right side. Good. Spike into the stands. I thought that was coming towards us. Elizabeth went straight ahead and couldn't be dug out by Mackenzie Ayer.
Yeah, they've done a great job.
That went right into the stands off air. Once again, a serve for Emma Stout. Cats lead by 4, 12-8. Stout serve is a high arching serve. Patriots look to set up Ayer once again. She dinks it over the net. Wildcats able to get a piece of that one. Once again, Allbrand. Her shot returned by the Patriots initially. Here comes Fella. She finds the open spot. Patriots kind of a slow developing play, and the Wildcats had an open spot on their defense there. So 12-9. Cats lead by 3. Patriots, though, will serve it away. Cats try to return that serve up front. Hockmeister, spike, good. Cats back with the serve, leading 13-9.
I'll tell you what I've seen. We blocked Fella a couple times, so she's not been as aggressive here lately, and that's what you do when you get a couple hands on it. Then they start, they've got to try to find another way.
Elizabeth Allbrand to serve. It's a good serve. Patriots work the outside of the front row. Blocked by Tori Sermersheim. She was right into the net, and the Patriots couldn't get over Tori. Both hands up in the air, and it's 14-9.
Tori did a great job. She's, leader of the team.
Amanda Delamuth will check in for the Patriots. Allbrand another serve. Cats up by 5, trying to pull away here in game 2. Elizabeth into the back row. Patriots miscommunication again. A couple of players got together, but it was trouble. Timeout, Annie Gunselman and the Patriots. Jasper leads in game 2, 15-9. We'll take a timeout. Joe and I will have more high school volleyball after this.
You're watching 18 WJTS Jasper.
Building a brighter future, Jubilar Development. We're proudly serving your community. Family and friends, a winning team. Locally owned, built on quality. Jubilar, the name to depend on. Building a brighter future, Jubilar Development.
Pro Touch Auto Paint Repair and Detailing, located on Warnsing Road in Jasper. If your car isn't becoming to you, you should be coming to us.
Kurt Guxelt, Joe Milligan back to JHS Gym. Jasper leads 15-9. Here in game 2, they won the first game 25-22.
Hey, you know, this summer, my daughter Ryan worked with the team a lot, and you know, she didn't know anything about the girls at the beginning of this summer sessions, and by the end of the year, she had called her coach at Florida International and told her about Tori, and she really thinks Tori, if she chooses to, will have a chance to play college volleyball.
I would think so. Daughter Ryan, a great player at Marshall and also Florida International, as Elizabeth Allbrand will serve. Nice serve. Libero Air gets it up into the front row. They'll try Fella again, and her spike is successful.
Yeah, blockers got to get over there a little sooner. They've done a great job blocking them, but over there they were a little slow, and that wasn't that quick of an offense where they couldn't get over there, and it was a nice, easy kill for Fella. Now we've got her where we want her, out of the front row.
Here's the serve by Fella. They set Sermersheim, her shot into the net.
Ooh.
After the Patriots got a hold of it, and the Patriots will get the serve back. Fella will try it again. So you guys go from Marshall to Miami. That's kind of like a culture change, right?
Yeah, I think
for West Virginia.
I think culturally, I think Ryan liked Marshall, but I don't know quite. I think she likes Miami a lot better.
Patriots serve. Wildcats wide with their return attempt as Hockmeister tried to find a corner, could not do so. It's 15-12. Patriots have come back within 3. Fella another serve. Goes into the back row. Did it get down? Yes, it did. Well, that was teetering on that white line back there. Wildcats thought it might be long and let it go. Patriots now down 2, 15-13. Fella to serve into the back row. Cats set Sermersheim again. Her spike played by the Patriots across the back line to Kippenbrock. Kept alive up front by the Wildcats, and the Patriots hit it wide after the Wildcat return. Cats get the serve back at 16-13 as Rachel Sternberg will be the server for the Cats. 16-13, Sternberg gets the serve over. Patriots on their third hit, get it across. Cats once again go up front to Sermersheim. The spike blocked by the Patriots, and they couldn't do much with it, and the Wildcats get a point. Blocked it, but it was off the mark. Sermersheim in a bit of a groove. They once again had a nice set where she could get a good look at it. Here's the next serve by Sternberg. Patriots with Air. Wildcats able to return this one. Here comes Sermersheim again. Goes right down the line with the third hit and finds the opening.
Just a smart, so you don't always have to hit the ball as hard. If you've got the vision that Tori has, you're able to push it over into a corner there for an easy point.
That's what I said earlier. The vision and being able to do the volleyball skills on top of it is just great. Patriots once again go up front, third hit. They get the ball inside, ball dumped over by the Patriots.
Net.
Okay.
Heritage Hills in the net.
Patriot fans were clapping at the beginning, but they were into the net, and Sternberg will have another serve up 19-13. Here's a point where the Wildcats can pull away, Joe.
Yeah, volleyball's a game of runs. So
Sternberg in the back row to Fella. She gets it up front. Kippenbrock will try the spike. Wildcats can't recover on the back line, and Patriots get a point. Sternberg dove for it. Moeller dove for it and couldn't come up with it. Kenzie Air to serve. It's 19-14. Here's the Patriots serve. Wildcats into the net. Point Patriots.
Just I said, it's a game of runs. You just got to end this run right now and go on one of your own.
Here comes Mackenzie Air. Another serve. This one right smack into the net. Cats lead 20-15.
And when you're trying to make a run and you miss it, and we did the same thing last Thursday against Princeton. We'd make a run and then we'd miss the serve. It just takes the air out of you.
Flamian to serve for the Wildcats, up 20-15. Cats won game 1. Jump serve, way deep. And the Patriots get the serve back. Back in for Heritage Hills will be Ashley Mosby. She'll come in to serve. Cats up by 4. Mosby serve. Cats up front. Stout tries to spike and does. Gets it down. 21-16. There's a lot of holes in that back end of that Patriot defense. It looks like they're on our side of the court. The Cats exploiting it right there. Tori Summersheim to serve. To Fella. Patriots get it over. Wildcats go up front. Allbrand spike. Returned by the Patriots. Now the Cats on their side of the court can't handle it. Ran Allbrand right into the stand over there where the official is setting up shop.
Yeah, kind of a wild play. A lot of good hustle on both sides there.
21-17, Cats on top. Patriots to serve. Dove for by the Wildcats. They set up Stout up front. She gets it over. Patriots, though, keep it alive. Here comes Fellow with a tip, and she gets the point. Cats Flamion tried to dive for it in between a couple of different Wildcats, and it's 21-18. So here comes the serve for the Patriots. It's a good one. Cats up front. They set. Allbrand. Her spike recovered by the Patriots. Patriots up front. Nance had the ball tipped by a Wildcat. Third hit over by Summersheim, but it didn't get quite over. It hit into the net. Looked like it had a good arc on it, but this came up short.
Yep.
As they scrambled. It's 21-19. Again, Joe, you talked about it. Heritage Hills now back within 2. With a wide serve now, and the Cats get another point, 22-19.
Yeah, I mean, twice Heritage Hill's been on a run, and then they've missed the serve, and it just really takes her out of you. Now, last time we returned the favor, so let's not do it this time.
Taya Leidenbach to serve. Tipped by the Patriots. They've got a free ball. They get it over on their third attempt. Up front, tipped by Fella. And the Patriots will regain the serve.
Yeah, Taya just didn't have anything else to do with it. And, if Taya's going to battle Fella, I think Fella's going to win a majority of those. Taya won't give an inch, but...
Yeah, Fella's a little taller. Nance to serve. Barely gets it over. Cats have to scramble for it, and they do get it over. Patriots set up offensively. They bump it into the front court. Cats keep it alive on a nice dive back there by Hockmeister, by Leidenbach, and the ball got away. The Patriots once again get the point. That was a mad scramble. Cats did an offense. They were just trying to get the ball anywhere near getting it over. 1 point Cat lead. Cats have to return this serve. Allbrand up front has the ball tipped by the Patriots. They scramble, and they will not be able to do anything with it. They were all over the place into the Patriot bench, and it's 23-21.
Yeah, with good hustle. I mean, there were like 4 girls that aren't on the bench that were at the bench.
Emma Stout to serve. Stout. Serve is a good one up front for the Patriots. Here comes Fella again. She tries to hit it, and the ball partially blocked by the Wildcats, but not enough to do anything with it. And the Patriots get the point, and it's 23-22. Amanda Delamuth will check back in for Heritage Hills. Going out will be Ashley Mosby. Patriots serve. Wildcats once again. They set in the front row. Spike is up and good by Hockmeister. Again, working that left side of the Wildcat side of the court, and 24-22, game point forthcoming. We'll keep it right here. And a timeout on the floor.
Nice kill there by Reagan Hockmeister. There are 3, it's a blend this team is. They've got some senior leadership. They've got juniors, but, they've also got the Hockmeister and Leidenbach and Flamion. They're all sophomores. They're going to be around for a while, and they've been very aggressive tonight. All 3 of them have.
Well, you mentioned that aggressiveness, and in any sport, I don't think a coach, even in volleyball, if you're aggressive and you make mistakes, that's fine. You can learn from that, and that'll take care of itself later on. But I can see in this sport, when you're not aggressive, not much good could happen.
Yeah, and usually, as I say, yeah, you're right. If the coach isn't going to be mad if you make mistakes, but you're being aggressive. But if you're playing very passive, this is not a passive game.
Allbrand to serve for game point. Elizabeth, a couple of bounces. Here is the serve. Into the back row for the Patriots. Here comes the bump. Air gets it to Fella. Katz with Flamian. She gets it over. Patriots set up Fella once again. Her tip. Cats recover. Into the back row to Allbrand. She pounds it from that back row. Patriots on the offensive now. Katz could not dig it out. Once again, Fella right in the middle of it. Hit into the back row of the Cats, and it's 24-23. Jasper up by 1. If you're a Wildcat, here's where you got to get that ball back and get this point regardless, and you win the match, or win the game, I should say, of the match. Here comes Fella's serve. Cats up front. Hockmeister spike dug out by the Patriots. Patriots, some miscommunication. The Wildcats win game 2. A scramble for it, and the Cats win it 25-23 to go up 2-0. So the Cats did a nice job, Joe, just ending it right there.
Yeah, they did. And looking at Coach Milligan's hair, I think she's been ruffling her fingers through it, and she's.
But she's happy the way things are going right now. Cats up 2-0 here. They'll switch courts and switch benches. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back to JHS Gym as the Wildcats try to win this match. Patriots try to stave them off. We're back with more volleyball after this.
For quality workmanship at reasonable prices, call Best for Less Painting Services, interior and exterior. Doug Schmidt and his crew offer guaranteed results. Call 482-9653 for Best for Less Painting Services. Go Cats!
Goodorf Supply, your one-stop source for all your heating, electrical, and plumbing needs for 49 years, is proud to sponsor Jasper Volleyball.
Until there's a cure for Alzheimer's disease, it's comforting to know there's a place like Augustus Cottage at the Timbers of Jasper. Augustus Cottage focuses on maintaining a secure, home-like environment where residents have a sense of belonging. Augustus Cottage staff are trained, compassionate, and patient. If someone you love has memory loss, there's a place to turn for help. I'm Deb Lloyd, Memory Care Facilitator, and we're the Timbers of Jasper, where caring people make the difference.
You're watching 18 WJTS Jasper.
For Gooksell, Joe Milligan back to JHS Gymnasium. The Wildcats lead 2-0 in this best-of-5 matchup with Heritage Hills. After 25-22 in the first game, 25-23 in game number 2.
Yeah, we talked about how this is a game of runs, and Jasper's had 6-7 point leads in both games, and teeters back and forth, but Jasper's won 25-22, 25-23.
So the Cats break their huddle first for this third game by trying to work out the kinks in a new gymnasium. Things look to go smoothly. Great video by Josh Houchin and Fusion Media before the game. You guys did a nice job putting that together.
Yeah, the Keeleys and Mrs. Lori, Superintendent Lori, sang the national anthem. They did a great job. We had a moment of silence for a great Jasper volleyball player, Amanda Garland-Reese, who unfortunately passed away last week, and I know she meant a lot to Liz, and she's been on Liz's mind a lot, and that's the last thing she told these girls. They were going to play tonight with the spirit of Amanda Garland-Reese, and she always played 100%.
No doubt about that. Kippenbrock to serve for the Patriots to start this third game. Cats get it up front. Here comes Allbrand with a spike. Patriots get a piece of it. They keep it alive on their end of the court. Now Fella, her spike. Nice play by Summerside. Cats center the ball. Summerside gets it on the third hit back. She gets it over. Patriots once again recover, and Nance hits it long, and the Cats lead 1-0 here in game number 3. Allbrand had a good attempt at it. Patriots kept it alive, and the Cats will serve. Leidenbach into the back row. Patriots get it up front. Now the Wildcats on their side. Summerside at the spike line. Hard spike, albeit
a little long.
Long, yes. Torrey took a good swing at that one as well. We're tied at 1. CJ Nance now to serve for the Heritage Hills Patriots. They are combatants in this sectional. Still in 3A. Southridge joins that mix this year. Coming up from 2A. Cats with the
out
attempt, and the Patriots.
It'll be Jasper's 5. Heritage Hills blocked it, but it landed out of bounds.
2-1. Emma Stout, the serve for the Cats. Ball hits the net, goes over. Patriots recover. Here comes Fella. Again, she finds an open spot on the floor as Stout tried to dive. Came up just shy of her reach, and it's 2-2. Patriots to serve. Cats having the back row. Flamion up front. Here comes Hockmeister. Had her shot blocked. Back on the Wildcat side of the court. Hockmeister again. A whistle.
Net
on the Patriots. The Wildcats get the point. So Allbrand to serve. 5'10" and a junior. 3-2 Cats are on top by 1. Patriots mishandle that serve. It's into the stands on the end zone.
You know, I don't know this. I'll have to ask Liz after the game. She's a very good tennis player, Elizabeth is, and I wonder if that helps your serve or not. I don't know. Maybe we could start Yarbo to analyze that.
Here comes Elizabeth. The next serve is over. Patriots with Fella again. Her spike attempt, a good one. Elizabeth Allbrand tried to dig it out, but that ball had some heat on it. Elizabeth will go out. Mariah Moeller will check back in. Elizabeth also plays basketball too, 3 sports. 4-3. Madison fell in the back row to serve. Cats try to return the serve and can't do it. Tied up Sternberg a bit, and she couldn't handle it, and the Cats dove after it and couldn't muster up anything. Here comes Fella again. 4-4 here in game 3. Cats lead 2-0 in the game portion of our match. Cats recover. Ball tipped by Sternberg. Back over the net. Patriots up front. Kippenbrock. Cross court spike. Cats up front. Sermersheim spike good. Good angle that we had. You can see that was going to be trouble for Heritage Hills. It most certainly was.
Yeah, if you're not going to get up with her, she's going to put it down.
5-4. Sternberg to serve. Patriots handle in the back row. They get it up front. Kippenbrock spike. Good for the Patriots. Cats couldn't come up with that one. Abby Pierce back in for the Wildcats. Sternberg will go out. Pierce will occupy a spot in the back row for Coach Milligan and the Wildcats. Mackenzie Ayer to serve. Pierce up front. Hockmeister 2. Sermersheim spike is good. 5-5. I should say Leinenbach with that set. 6-5, I should say. Cats regain the point. Emma Stout back in. Hockmeister will go to the bench momentarily. Kayla Flamion to serve. Patriots get a piece of it. They get the ball up front. Kippenbrock left side. Cannot be handled by the Wildcats. It'll late getting over there. And
late getting over there, but there's a lot of quickness in the back row. They just got to move their feet and get where they need to be, and that's an easy pass.
6-6. Patriots to serve. Wildcats handle it. Sermersheim spike. Patriots keep it alive.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, there's a lot of hands on that one.
Usually when you come up like that from below your waist like that, it's a carry.
That's another picnic play right there, right?
Yeah.
7-6. Tori Sermersheim to serve. 7-6, Cats up by 1. Fella gets it off the air, back to Fella near the back line. Gets it over. Cats now have it offensively. Allbrand with the spike attempt goes straight down the line. Patriots recover. Pierce in the back row for the Cats. Now Sermersheim midline spike attempt. Patriots do a nice job defensively. Back on the Cats side. Once again, Allbrand up front. Ball tipped by the Patriots. They still keep it alive though. Now the Wildcats have it on their side of the court. Hit over by Leinenbach. Now Patriots offensively. Kippenbrock into the net. Point Wildcats.
Very good rally there.
You
both
were
sides.
in the midst of saying something during the rally. I didn't know if you were. What made you nervous or something?
When a set makes you dizzy, it's usually called a double hit.
Okay, and that's what happened.
Yeah.
Here comes Summerside. Dug out by the libero of the Patriots. Up to Allbrand. Her spike attempt kept alive by the Patriots. Back on the other side of the court by the Patriots to the Wildcats, and the Cats can't handle it. Between Allbrand and Flamion. And it's 8-7 Jasper.
Yeah, hitters like to maybe take that right back over, but sometimes it's best just to let that girl behind you take it and get set up because it's going to be a nice, easy play for the team.
Patriots to serve. Flamion mishit that ball trying to bump it in the back row, and we're tied at 8. April Kippenbrock doing the serving for the Patriots. Here's the serve. This one is long. Wildcats lead 9-8 here in Game 3. They've taken the first 2 games. Rachel Sternberg back in for the Cats. Taya Leinenbach to serve for the Cats. Leinenbach in the middle of the floor, serves it to Heritage Hills. Up front, Allbrand got a piece of it along the net. Gets it on the Heritage Hills side of the floor. Here comes Fellow with her spike attempt. Cats recover, do a nice job. Up front, ball put down by Stout, but the Patriots return. Now some miscommunication on the other end between Summersheim and Sternberg.
Yeah, that's where someone's got to be aggressive and just call it mine, and take that ball. No reason for it to fall, but we've seen it, miscommunication on both sides.
Patriots to serve. C.J. Nance in a 9-9 game here in Game 3. Flamion up front, tipped by the Cats. They get it over. A whistle. And a point for Heritage Hills.
Yeah, Taya's in the back row. She can't jump and take a ball over the net. As long as she stays below, she's fine, but she cannot jump and be above the net.
C.J. Nance. Serve into the Wildcat back row. Cats up front. Ball hit by the Wildcats. They recover after Heritage Hills returns. Up front, Allbrand. Hits it on the Patriots side. Once again, the Patriots. Fellow with it into the back row of the Cats. Dove for by Summerside. She comes up empty, and the Patriots lead 11-9. Nance to serve. She gets it over. Flamion up front with the ball into the Patriots side of the court, and once again, the Patriots pick up another point.
See, on TV you'll be able to see that Taya can't jump, so she's kind of at the mercy of trying to get it when it comes off the net on that ball, since she's a back row player right now.
12-9, Patriots. Cats with it. Third hit attempt by Summersheim right into the net. From behind the spike line, Liz Milligan wants a timeout. We'll keep it right here, 13-9 in favor of the Heritage Hills Patriots. They've had a little bit of a run going here in Game 3.
Yes, they have, and they've done a nice job being the aggressor right now, and Jasper playing a little passive and not talking, and they've got to do what they've done in Game 1 and Game 2 and early in this game.
Is it a situation in your volleyball, pass, do people relax maybe if they're up 2-0, or do you just try to, is that the case? If you just try to get it over with, or you go, I got a little wiggle room here.
Yeah, you got to stay at it. I've seen, usually in, especially now that they've done the rally scoring, if you're down, by 5 or 6 towards the end, it's just almost impossible to win. And, I've seen matches that other teams have been down, by 12 or 13, and they've come back and won a game. And you don't want the momentum to change right here. You want to come back and be aggressive.
Patriots still serving. C.J. Nance with Heritage Hills up 13-9. Nance to serve. Way long with that attempt. It's 13-10.
Out of all the volleyball games I've ever seen, I can't begin to tell you how many times I've seen that. After a timeout,
That's why I like having you. You've seen a lot of volleyball. You're right so far on that thing tonight as well after that timeout. Patriots with it. Up front, Fella. tips it over the net in no man's land, and the Patriots pick up a point.
Yeah, the back row's got to recognize when she brings that open hand up like that, it's going to be a tip. She's not going to hit the ball anymore.
14-10. Patriots to serve. Mariah Liebring will do the honors. Pretty good line drive serve. Cannot be handled by the Wildcats. And the Patriots get another point. 15-10. Liebring with the serve. This one pounded right straight into the net, and the Wildcats will get the point and get the serve back here in game 3. Elizabeth Allbrand will do the honors. Allbrand to serve. Cats down by 4. To Mackenzie Eyre. Cats return. Patriots barely get it over the net, and again find an open spot in the floor. It looked like a miss hit by the Patriots.
Yeah,
It just found the open spot.
An unorthodox play like that, I mean, you can't fault the defense because they're just not ready for something like that to come out.
16-11, Patriots by 5. Now Fella in the back row to serve on the tunnel end of the gym here. Cats get it to Flamion. Up front, Summersheim. Her shot blocked at the net. Nope, they're going to give the point to the Wildcats.
They blocked it. It fell on their side, though.
Okay. Cats to serve. Sternberg. Patriots set up their offense to Kippenbrock. Cats up front will go to Summersheim again. She tips it. Patriots keep it alive. Kippenbrock once again. Cats with some confusion get it over on the third attempt. Patriots back to the Cats. Up front.
Oh.
Flamion tries to get it over, does. Patriots now on the offensive. Kippenbrock with the spike attempt. Cats will set Summersheim. Here's a spike. Good. Good cross-court spike. We had another good angle on that one from up here. And the Cats cut it to 16-13. Here's where you want to make your run. Sternberg to serve. Eyre goes to Kippenbrock on the front row. Her spike blocked nicely by Reagan Hockmeister. Annie Gunselman wants a timeout. 16-14. Cats within 2. We'll take a break. We'll come back with Jasper leading 2-0 in the match. Back after this.
Just as the Phoenix rises from the ashes, the new Jasper Gym will strengthen our Wildcats to climb to new heights. Congratulations to McMurnall Company, a proud sponsor of JHS Athletics.
DuBois County Garage Doors, your local door store at the Brettsville Junction. Kruger and Associates, your certified public accountants located in Jasper and Ferdinand.
You're watching 18 WJTS Jasper.
Kirk Husselt, Joe Milligan back to JHS Gym. 16-14. The Wildcats trail Heritage Hills in this third game. Jasper up in games 2-0. Cats to serve. Sternberg will serve. Nice serve. Patriots try to return. Fella near the back row spikes it over. Wildcats up front to Summersheim. Her attempt is good. Mackenzie Eyre tried to dive for it and knocked it into the stands. And Torrey started to get hot swinging up front. And it's 16-15. Jasper within 1 with another serve attempt by Rachel Sternberg. Here's the serve attempt. And Patriots mishandle that one.
Rachel's the kind of server that can bring you back from those deficits.
Been good so far at 16-16. Here's the serve. Into the back row, Eyre. They get it up front to Kippenbrock. She gets it over the net. Wildcats have a chance to set up Summersheim. Here's the spike. Good. Patriots had no answer for that one. Patriots tried to get up and block it, but Torrey, again, the last couple of attempts has been very good.
I'd say it'd be a safe bet that they need to go to her.
17-16, Cats have battled back to take the lead. Good serve by Sternberg. Patriots return, though. Once again, here comes Torrey. Another excellent attempt, just like the last one. Patriots just didn't get the hands up in time.
Yeah, she's feeling it right now. Kind of like in basketball. You get that three-point shooter the ball, right?
No doubt. 18-16. Sternberg again on quite a run. Ball into the net once again. The Patriots cannot handle it. 19-16. Here comes Sternberg. Serve. To Air in the back. Up front to Fella. Nice play by the Wildcats to keep it alive. Summersheim gets it over on the third hit. 19-16, Jasper on top. Here comes the spike by Kippenbrock deep, and the Cats pick up another point.
You know, I forgot to write down when this run started. I'm not sure how long it is. I thought it was 16-12. I thought they were down 4.
And the Wildcats behind the serving of Sternberg kind of putting the Patriots in an uncomfortable situation and have a timeout on the floor.
Yeah, Rachel's doing a great job keeping them off balance, and Tori's is on fire, and in the back row's putting the ball up to Taya right where it needs to be. You know, as long as you can get the ball, get the ball to Taya, she's going to be able to get it to the right person.
20-16. Jasper up by 4. Here comes Sternberg, ready to serve. Cats looking for the win here tonight against a neighbor, the Heritage Hills Patriots. Patriots have battled as well. Up front, Patriots block into the net, and the Wildcats came up to make sure they were ready, and they get the point. 21-16.
Tori getting up with her and putting it down.
Tori, a nice job on block. Usually she's the aggressor, but that time a good defensive play. 21-16, Sternberg again to serve. Air the libero, gets it up front. They go cross court to Kippenbrock. Nice spike, couldn't be handled by Flamian, and the Patriots stop this run. It's 21-17.
Nice run there of 9 points. And it's time, now you just need to make sure you side out with them, and it's the match.
Rachel gets a break, and Abby Pierce checks in on that back row. Pierce gets the bump, the set up front. Summerside, nice play by Tori. Found the hole in the floor and able to put it down, and 22-17. And that will bring Michaela Flamian to the service line. Boy, Jasper, a big spurt here in game 3. Flamian, good serve in the middle of the Patriot defense. They go cross court to Kippenbrock. Flamian, bump the set, tipped by Summerside. Patriots keep it alive now on the Jasper side of the court. Set for Summerside, middle of the net, and it's into the net. And the Wildcats get the point. (23-17). Flamian to serve. Patriots try to return the ball, and they hit it way out of bounds. 24-17.
Match point.
Match point, good. Here's the serve by the Wildcats. Patriots up front. Kippenbrock spike attempt, and the Patriots pick up a point. 24-18. Patriots with Mosby back in. She'll serve with the match on the line. And the serve by the Patriots is wide, and the Wildcats win it. 25-18. Ball teetered on the line close to the Wildcat bench. And I think the closest person to it was the coach, and she was glad her players didn't get involved in any of that over there. So the Wildcats win it 25-18 in game number 3, and they win it in straight games. 3-0 here at JHS Gymnasium on an historic night. The Wildcats able to treat the home fans to a victory here this evening. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back, a little post-match wrap-up here on WJTS and WBDC after this.
This is Tony Ublar with Ublar Chevy Cadillac in Jasper. Have you ever heard a car ad that looks too good to be true or has fast-talking fine print?
Buy before midnight tonight. Maybe okay, maybe not. You probably aren't eligible for this event. Ubelor's prices are better, but you can't know that.
You want to hear Ubelor's fine print? That's right, silence. Our prices will save you money. Huge inventory, even bigger discounts. Ubelor & Son Chevy Cadillac in Jasper, where customers send their friends since 1929.
Back to JHS Gym. The Wildcats over Heritage Hills in a battle of neighbors. The Patriots and the Wildcats play a straight set match tonight. 3-0 Cats. Cats took the opening game 25-22, 25-23 in the second game. And the Cats, Joe, rallied in game number 3. They got behind to Heritage Hills, but came back on some nice serving midpoint by Rachel Sternberg and able to win the match. Obviously, you're happy with the win. Congratulations to Coach Liz Milligan, doing a great job with the program and getting that first varsity win. That's always special. And as a coach, I know she's more happy for her players and for the night to end up well, but it's a nice thing for the coach to get the win. But overall, a nice night, and win number 1's always cool.
Well, I didn't want to put much pressure on her, but I did tell her that she was either going to be known as the first varsity coach to win a game in the new gym, or the first varsity coach to lose a game in the new gym. And she wanted to be the varsity coach that won it. And as she's got to be happy. I mean, she came home last Thursday. She was very down, but she realized that she's got a lot of new players. And, those new players, that's their first varsity game ever. And they were a little nervous. And, they came out tonight. They played aggressive. I mean, I don't know how good my stats are, but Tori Sermersheim, 19 kills. I mean, Elizabeth Albrand, I know that I only have her for 8. I know she had more than that. Taya did a great job. Reagan, and just the whole team did. The back row got the ball where they needed. The tip, if a tip fell tonight, it didn't fall without someone laying on the ground trying to get to it. And she's going to be happy about that. And she loves this team, and she feels for these girls a lot, and I know she's happier for them than she is for herself right now.
Well, no doubt about it. And she's had a lot of these girls in all the levels of volleyball coming up, and now taking over as a varsity coach. And always good to, after maybe working out all summer and not getting the result you wanted in the first match, but to get some positive reinforcement in the second match in front of a charged atmosphere. And it's a lot of fun coming after these volleyball matches, and it's an exciting sport. It moves fast. So again, congratulations to the Wildcats, and they've got a lot of big matches coming up, both here and on the road, as they push towards the postseason, which is a little bit further down the road, but always good to get that first one, and they did that tonight.
Yeah, she was supposed to be on the Coach K and Joe show last Friday, but after the Thursday night game, she balked on us, and
she's learning good, like a lot of coaches do, to run and hide after a loss.
And actually, she's not alone. Last year, Coach Crean was supposed to be on, and he lost a game, and the IU athletic department called us and told us that he wasn't available. But she, so she'll be on this week, and I'm going to give a little plug here. 10 to noon, tune into the Coach K and Joe show. You won't hear me talk much. You'll hear Coach Ken Schulteis do most of the talking, but he doesn't get paid by the word, so that's great. But, you also can listen to the rant, and Kurt Guxel always joins us for the rant.
Yeah, so looking forward to all the different things happening this week, and it's going to be a lot of fun as we get ready for Jasper and Southridge on Friday night here on WBDC. You can watch the replay at 10 on WJTS 18 on Saturday morning, so that'll be neat. And Joe, had some fun tonight. I estimated I probably have done 2,300 live sporting events, and volleyball, not very much of it. So you kept me between the lines, I hope. I hope I was able to do a little bit of a job.
Oh, you did a great job. Did a wonderful job.
And I'll tell you, it's a sport better for TV, where you can have a conversation going back and forth during the play than radio. But we try to just bring you the scoring and whatnot radio-wise, and kind of some of the atmosphere here at the new gym, and that's why we wanted to do it. Had great support from our sponsors, helping you bring this volleyball action to you and a little bit of the gym as well, both on radio and TV. And again, Joe, I know we were all impressed with this gym as well as the volleyball outcome tonight. And it's going to be a nice place to play volleyball and basketball.
Yeah, come out and watch the Jasper volleyball team this year. And, if nothing else, they've got a nice intro video that's pretty cool for a high school sports team. So.
No doubt about it. Well, again, congratulations to Coach Milligan and her team for the win tonight over Heritage Hills, 3-0 here in the first varsity event here at the JHS Gym. Well, that's going to wrap things up for our coverage here on WBDC and WJTS. Jeremy Marcos from his new perch high atop JHS Gym. He had our video tonight on WJTS 18. Kelsey back at the command center. We appreciate her help. She's probably brushing up on her fantasy football while she engineers this ball game. And you got to like Kelsey for getting involved in football, fantasy football. And her team, Sacks in the City, good luck in a couple of weeks in week 1 of her fantasy league. Joe, once again, thanks for helping with the volleyball. We appreciate your help. And congratulations to you and the family. I know it's just not one person. When somebody elects to coach in any of the sports, it's a family affair.
Yes, it
and
is.
You're right back in it. So congratulations to you and Liz, and we'll try to keep it going.
Okay. Well, thanks, Kurt.
That's Joe Milligan, my play-by-play partner.